Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, people on YouTube. And welcome back to William in Japan. We're back at the Ernest Iwata Turnpike, Hakone. I brought every single of my own bike here, but we never did it with the 748R, right? So here we are, back at the good old Turnpike. Let's hit the road. What's so famous or so special about a turnpike that I always want to come back? Well, first of all, it is a toll road. With a toll road comes less tourists, which means less traffic and less congestions. And of course, because if it's a toll road, they take care of the pavement very well, and climbing up the hills of Hakone is always a pleasure. It's 35 degrees today, so I shouldn't need to worry about tires or getting too less grip. Especially these Russell 4s work perfectly well on low temperatures too. But on the other hand, since it is so hot, I soaked my base layer with water, so at least I can keep myself pretty cool in these heated months of the year. Now the Turnpike earned its, let's say, popularity thanks to Honda when they brought Marc Marquez to shoot a commercial, I think back in 2017 or 2018, maybe even earlier. I have not fact-checked that. And of course, this road has been infamous for road racing back in the 90s. Tons of JDM cars do race in the past. Bosozoku, or the road racers for motorcycles, do love this road as well. But now, thanks to everything calming down, well, Japanese as a whole never was such a rebellious group. It is now one of the most perfect roads if you want to stay away from the traffic and enjoy the twisties. The first part of it is pretty straight, long sweeping curves as you can see. But when we hit the top of the mountain, it definitely turns a bit more technical. Just a bit though. It's definitely nothing like the toge's, the mountain passes that we had explored in the past. There are sometimes police to ruin the fun, so do have to worry about that and check my back mirrors regularly. And of course, speed limit is very low due to these kind of mountain roads. Once you get caught, you most likely lose your license. After setting the 748R properly, I do still find that the rear shock kind of squats a bit too much when I'm on the throttle. So definitely going to tweak that compression in the near future. The front forks though, under braking, they support pretty well. I don't find anything too much of a nosedive, and going over bumps during a turn doesn't really upset it too. Rebound on the shock definitely feels okay as well. Thanks, mate. Definitely feels okay as well. So yeah, in the end I think we just need to tweak that compression a bit. Preload is already set to my weight, so that shouldn't be a problem. So this bike is really almost all tweaked in. Having a 20-year-old suspension setup compared with the new ones on my street triple, you can definitely feel the difference when going over bigger bumps. The bike still tends to sink a bit after going over those bumps, so I guess that's another compression issue. But we'll see. Have to go to a proper expert and sort that out. No, it's definitely a lot more chiller up here. Feels way better. As I mentioned, down by sea level it was 35 degrees, but up here it feels more like 28, 27, or even less. Having foliage definitely helps too. So yeah, I think we are pretty good to go. With this temperature, I can ride here all day. In those hidden parking lots, there is no police waiting for me. Kind of ease off the throttle, ready to brake. The only gripe, gripe is too harsh of a word. The only thing that I find a bit uncomfortable with the 748R, I definitely think is the seating position. Modern bikes gives you a lot of room moving front and back, but these kind of early 20s, late 1990s, sorry, not 1900s, my bad, late 1990 bikes really kind of push you into one position and sticks you there. So you do feel the difference that you cannot actually move back and forth when you're going to these kind of turns. So that is something I definitely need to get used to it. We are very lucky. All the drivers today are regular people who live here, so they know motorcycles will like to go past them, and they do go to the side of the road to let you pass. That's really, really nice. Love that. That's another thing when you're dealing with tourists. They're not familiar with the roads. They don't know riders are coming, or they are even behind them. So they tend to ignore you and continue to drive slowly without letting you through. But hell yeah, this is definitely great condition for riding. As I mentioned, the 748R, in my review at least, it does not have any electronics, so everything is direct. One thing that has been, let's say, sneaking up on me is how fast this bike gains speed. Before riding this bike, the 765 Moto 2, or even the bike before that, the Super Sport, I thought, oh, this is how much a roughly 69 pound-feet of torque and roughly 100 horsepower should feels like. But after getting this on this bike, oh boy, this is definitely way faster. So it's pretty obvious that the electronics are actually cutting down the power heading to the back wheel. And thanks to having nothing on this bike, the acceleration does feel a lot better. Alright folks, we are heading to the end of the ride. That was the Turnpike. Good as always. And let's sit down, have a drink, and my lunch. Oh, we are having a lot of mist too. This has been William. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye-bye.